Well, folks, and ye tree bliana no mar sin rash. So after a big long break there of a couple of years, I'm going to try and make a wee bit of a comeback and pick up from where I left off, okay? And I'll try and get a wee series done over the next 4 weeks, okay? So look, I'll just jump straight into this here. I'll try and do a half-an-hour session on a wee thing I've prepared here. What level? This is aimed at people who are beginners, but again, also people who have sort of medium level Irish, or people who are sort of moved a wee bit beyond beginners, could also learn something from this in terms of the structure and use of the language. Because people, learners in particular, even though their vocabulary has improved, sometimes their understanding of this particular grammatical thing, they carry mistakes with them for a number of years well into speaking the language, you know. So beginners, but at the same time intermediate would learn a wee bit from it if they have some wee weaknesses in their language, okay? And basically this lesson is about the 4 I ams of Irish. The 4 I ams. What do we see? That's what I'm going to describe them as. These are connected to the verb to be, so go back. Anybody who hasn't done the verb to be in its most simple form, go back to there's a lesson on that so you can look at that. But basically what I'm looking at here, see in English, whenever you say I am, that's the verb to be. There's 4 different ways of saying it in Irish. Now there's probably a few more than that, but you need to get the 4 basic first, okay? And don't be running off horrified that thinking, oh, there's 4 I ams, I don't want to know any more about it. Once you understand when to use each one, and I'm going to help you here now, when to use each one, this will help you as you move on in Irish, okay? In English, you can say, for example, I am talking to the man. I am working with that man every Monday. I am a man. I am the man. Now in English there's 4 sentences with I am in it. And in English you can just use the same I am all the time. In Irish those are 4 different types of sentences. And each one requires a different I am. And as I say, don't let this scare you. This will actually help you. And it's very, very simple whenever you understand which ones to use. Okay? So, now as I say, this is not exhaustive. You can go into this in more detail. I'm giving you a broad sweep which will stand by you as you move through the language, okay? In the 4 most basic principles. So let's look at 2 first of all. Let's take 2 of them, okay? The first 2, as you notice, they pertain to the states of things, or they might pertain to actions. And I always think you can say that in the same state or action. Notice how one is now, or maybe just about to happen, or it's actually happening now. The other is something that happens on a regular basis. So let's get a few examples so we can actually see where how that works in practice. If I want to say, for example, I am teaching now, and here I am right now in front of you, ta me means I am. So we use ta me for I am whenever you're involving actions, maybe. And it's probably now, or very, very soon, or just ahead, okay? So I am, ta me, I am, amunu, okay? You wouldn't hear that G in fluent speech. Ta me amunu. I am teaching anish, now, and that's right now. So that is the I am, and it's for things that are happening, actions that are happening now. Now you see the word state as well. State is also what state is something in. So if I want to say, for example, I am cold, well basically I'm saying I am in the state of being cold. So you use this one as well for that, if it's now or very soon. So ta me fuair, I am cold. Ta me fuair, I am cold. Ta me cluiste, I am clever. I am clever. So you use that for the state. I'm the state of being clever, which is not true, but you can tell lies. The state doesn't necessarily have to be true. Okay, so if you're talking about I am going to do something or doing something, then you use this tame. So that's your first I am. And if you're saying the state that you're in as well, I am cold, I am clever, I am whatever, then you'll use this tame as well. Okay, so that's the first and most simple I am. Now, the other one then, the next I am. And the way we speak English, we tend to say I be. A person in London probably wouldn't say I be, but we can say it. And the reason why we say it is because we have brought, or the sort of Irish language has impacted on our way of speaking English. So for example, I could say, I be teaching every day. I be teaching every day. And if you say that, that's fine. Then you don't have to really learn that it also means I am. But somebody who uses standard English would probably say, look, I am teaching every day. Not you aren't. So I know what this is all about. I am teaching every day. And notice how habitual, something that I am doing, action, but on a regular or a habitual basis. So bíam ag múniu gach le. Bíam ag múniu gach le. Bíam I be. So tame I am now. Bíam I am on a regular basis. So if you're at a disco and you meet somebody and you're trying to say, oh, bíam and seo gach ihil luan. I be here every Monday night. How come I haven't seen you before? Bíam, I am here. I be here. I am here every Monday night. So sometimes whenever you have the word I am and you're going to go into an action or a state, ask yourself the question, is this something that is habitual or is it something that's more right now? Tame amúniu anish, I am teaching now. Bíam amúniu gach le, bíam amúniu gach le, I be teaching or I am teaching every day. One wee word of caution on the now. It has two types of meanings, and if you think in English sometimes, so for example, it can mean now as in right now, here I am before you, tame ag múniu anish, tame amúniu anish, I'm teaching now. But let's say, for example, I want to say, you know, and now can mean a sort of general now as well, not right now at this moment, but I could say something like, well, I'm teaching now. I used to be a joiner, but I'm teaching now. And even though you're not talking about right at this particular moment, because you could be at the house, you sort of mean now in that general way of around now at this point of time in my life. So if it's a general now, you can also use tame. Tame amúniu anish, I'm teaching now. But several years ago, I was working as a joiner. So just be cautious that the now can be right now. But if the now is a general now at this moment in time in your life, then you can use tame as well. But if you're talking about something you do every Monday night or every day, something like that, no, you're actually specifying that I do this every day or I do it I am doing this every Monday, then you would use the bíam. So there's your first two I ams, okay? So ask yourself the question, okay? Now, and somebody had asked me the other night under one of the videos, why can you not say tame far, for example? I am, and then far as man, tame far, I am a man. You can't say that. That's wrong. Because that's thinking that because you can use I am in English for everything, you think you can use tame for all the I ams in Irish. You cannot. You must know the situation. So these first two relate to states or actions, right? Okay. There are a few others as well, but those two would keep you broadly within the vast majority of instances. So let's take you now across to the two other I ams. Okay. Okay. So these two are less involved with actions, and they're less involved with the state that something's in. Okay. Whether it's although you can sometimes, just be cautious. I'm sort of giving you foundation stones. whenever your Irish gets more advanced, you can sometimes mix and match a wee bit, but you have to know exactly what you're doing. But you need to lay these foundations first, okay? So let's say we take these two phrases, and sometimes it's good to see what the difference is in English if our English is stronger. So the first, we're using here, which is known as the copula, sort of joining two things together. It's a sort of a verb, right? Some people say it's not a verb, and some people say it is a verb, but it doesn't really matter whether it is or it isn't. Really, we'll just call it the is verb for now, or the copula, okay? So this is verb. So instead of saying tá mé, I am, tá mé múnsure, I am a teacher, you cannot say that. Why? Because that's for states and actions. What type of sentence is I am a teacher? It's a classification sentence. You're classifying yourself as one of a group of people. You are one of a group of people. So a teacher is a trade, and there's loads of teachers out there, and I want to say I'm one of them. So therefore you're classifying yourself as a member of a group. So I am a teacher is, so you actually use is, it's a teacher me. It's a teacher me, that right? A lot of the time in English you will find the wee word a, and that might indicate that you're in a classification sentence. Now the a disappears when you get to the plural, but certainly with I, and I'm just want to focus on the I ams for now. I am a teacher, I am a man, I am a musician, I am a writer, I am a reporter. Any of those things where you're classifying yourself, I am a good man. Any of those things where you're classifying yourself, especially if you look out for this a, whenever you're talking about yourself in particular, I am a teacher, then you're classifying yourself as a member of a group. You're not saying you are the teacher, you're just a teacher. You're not saying you are the joiner, you're just saying you are a joiner. Is múnsure mé. It's a teacher me. Is múnsure mé. And you could put anything in there instead of múnsure for teacher. You could put in is siúnir mé. I'm a joiner. Is ceoltóir mé. I am a musician. Is duine cardúil mé. I am a friendly person. Okay? You're defining yourself as, there's other friendly people out there, but I'm one as well. Is duine cardúil mé. So this simple classification is another way. So far we have three ways now. States and actions that are now or impending, tá mé. I am, as in I am on a regular basis, bíam. I am now, but classifying yourself as a member of a group, is múnsure mé. Is fear mé, I'm a man. Is ban mé, I'm a woman. Okay? Now, and the final one is another one. You'll notice how you say I am the teacher. Okay? Now we're not saying a teacher. You're not saying you're a member of a group of people defined as teachers. So you're not classifying yourself anymore. You're actually identifying yourself. I am the teacher. You're the student. So don't you be telling me what to do, right? So that's the type of situation there. You're now, identification is a bit more, it's a bit more definite than a teacher. It's the teacher, okay? So whenever you use a definite noun, the teacher, then you use ismisha, okay? Ismisha, and this time it's me, the teacher. That ismisha means I am, but only for definite things, like, as I say, the teacher. Ismisha on múnsure. Ismisha on siúnir. I'm the joiner, he's the plumber, okay? You're not saying I'm a joiner, a member of a group. You're saying I'm the joiner that you actually asked to come here today. It's specific. You're identifying yourself as a specific person, okay? And that's why whenever you say, for example, in Irish, if I want to say I'm Sean, then because I'm identifying myself, and Sean, I don't know why I said Sean, there was just too posh. That's why whenever you're identifying yourself, a person's name is actually a definite noun, and you use it to identify, not to say you're, you know, you're a member of a group. You're saying, I am Sean. I'm Sean. It's Misha. I am Sean. So you're identifying yourself, which is different from classifying yourself as a member of a group. I remember when I was younger, there was a thing about, there was something about the Kevins, something about Kevin, he's a Kevin or something. Sorry about the Kevins out there. But maybe you could, if you were classing yourself, you might be able to say, it's Kevin May, I'm a Kevin. But you don't actually mean you are Kevin, you're saying you're one of many Kevins. So if you would, in that sort of sense, but it's not really used for that. Normally whenever you're saying, you're identifying yourself, it's Misha Kevin, I'm Kevin. But, okay. So basically now there's 4 things I want you to remember. It's, Tame Imunu Inish, I'm teaching now. It's action right now. I be teaching every day. I am teaching every day. Okay? So if you see I am and you want to translate it, or if you want to say I am, always ask yourself, is this something I do regularly? I am always here on time. You don't say Tammy and Shaw and you say Biam and Shaw and Agoni. I'm always here on time. You're talking about something you do regularly. So ask yourself, is it regular? Or is it something that's right now or a now general? Now I will say, and just be cautious, while that is a broad sweep, it's like a Venn diagram. Those are 2 different, something habitual, regular, and something right now. But there is a wee overlap, like a Venn diagram, where you might get away with using both in certain situations. And then that's where all the grammarians will tear the hair out of one another, okay? But we don't need to worry about that, okay? Now, so that's regular actions and states, and right now states, or general now states, and our actions, okay? Then the next one is classification. I am a something. And then I am, and a lot of times with these identification ones, if you don't give a person's name, you're often you will have the word the in there. It's Misha Shan, I'm Shan. It's Misha on Moonshore, the teacher. So if there's an on there, you couldn't say it's on Moonshore May. That would be totally wrong, because on Moonshore would be the teacher, and you cannot use a classification along with us on. As a general rule, folks, as a general rule, there's wee things that get a wee bit tricky later, but keep yourself right here first, and that gets your solid foundation. Now that's the 4 I ams, okay? And I want to show you something now that doesn't only apply to I am, right? Notice, right? And this is why this is very important, and I'll give you this chart. I'll make this chart available. And as well as that, you should learn these lists off by heart. You look at the English and you have to be able to say the Irish right away. If you do that, you will embed the structure in your mind. Don't let the people who castigate learning by heart put you off. I can assure you, whenever you're an adult, learning by heart is a very, very effective tool along with other tools, okay? So what do you see here now? If I just go back, here we second, right? So notice how you have I am, Tame Imunu Inish, I am teaching now. Tattoo, you are. So obviously, and then you are teaching every day. Being to, you are teaching every day. So I'm just going to scoot down these, right? Do you see the difference? Tame Imunu Inish, Tattoo Imunu Inish, you're teaching now. Tashe Imunu Inish, he is teaching now. Tashi Imunu Inish, she's teaching now. Tamudj Imunu Inish, we are teaching now. Tashiv Imunu Inish, yous are teaching now. I know there's no word, I keep saying this, but it's amazing how many people will try and correct you. You know, I say yous, whether people like it or not. And then Tashid Imunu Inish, they are teaching now. So that applies to them. Now let's say you go to the other ones, you do the exact same. Each one of them has its own wee group then, and they sort of follow certain patterns, right? Watch this. Now the BM, the M includes yourself, I am. So you change it a wee bit if you're talking about other people. Being to, you are. or you be. Being to munyu gahla, you be teaching every day. You are teaching every day. Being she munyu gahla, he be teaching every day. He is teaching every day. So he is. She is teaching every day. Being she munyu gahla, or she be's teaching every day, as we have said colloquially around here. Being magic munyu gahla, we're teaching every day. Being shiva munyu gahla, being shada munyu gahla. Okay? So those ones are a wee bit easier, and then these ones here are these two here, and I will probably do a wee lesson on that two batches and compare them, and I'll do another lesson on these two next batches, and we'll sorry about this. I'm just having a wee bother with the technology there. Okay, so let's look at the classification going down the ways. It's munchur me, it's munchur who. It's munchur a, it's munchur e. Notice with the is verb, you don't say she or she. You use a and e, okay? It's all you do is change the person afterwards. It's munchur e mudge. We are teachers. Some people will say shin, S-I-N-N. It's munchur e shin, S-I-N-N there. That's fine. It's munchur e shiv. Use our teachers. It's munchur e iad. They are teachers, so you don't say shade. So the shade is a, the she becomes e, and the shade becomes aid with these is ones. Classification. Notice how in the singular you have a, right in the singular, she is a teacher, he is a teacher, you are a teacher. Once you go to the plural, in English there is no a. You don't say we are a teachers. A gets dropped, okay? In Irish, there's never nothing, because there's no word for a in Irish. Notice how there's none anyway, even doesn't matter whether singular or plural. So the Irish just runs right through. So those are sort of reasonably simple. This is the one then where people get mixed up with, and they always get mixed up between these two when to use these. But hopefully, if you know now that it's identification, it has to be specific people, not just I'm one of a member of groups or a member of a group. So it's Misha Unmuncher, I am the teacher. So if you see the, you're on with a good shout, or a person's name. It's Tussa Unmuncher, you are the teacher. Shane, now there's a few different ways to do this here, okay? But for now, just this is one way. There's I should have put the other one on there. Even though you see SA written here, so notice how in the definite, the identification ones, whenever you're saying he is, here you just had one A. It's muncher A, he is a teacher. But if you're saying he is the teacher, then you need two A's. And the same with her, you need two E's. And this here will be said like one word, and that'll just run straight into the on there. In muncher A, shin, shin, is a on, but it's just pronounced shin. Shin muncher A, he's the teacher. Now there is another way. Session, Eshin and Muncher, you can use the emphatic, like Misha. Well, Eshin is a way of saying him. Eshin and Muncher, he's the teacher. And that's probably what I would say myself, but there's a grammatical structure. But Eshin and Muncher, I wonder, could I write that in there? I don't know why I'll actually put it in the lesson. Eshin and Muncher. If you're saying she is the teacher, she and Muncher. She and Muncher E. Don't be saying S-E on Muncher E, right? Again, I've said before, we're not Daleks. She and Muncher E, she's the teacher. She and Muncher E. And again, you could use Isha and Muncher. Sasha and Muncher, okay? Sasha and Muncher, she's the teacher. You have a choice here again. It's Medina and the Muncher. It's Medina and the Muncher. That's what I would say. It's Medina. It's us, the teachers. And say you have the here in the plural as well. That's where you know you're in the identification. It's Medina and the Muncher. It's Shivsha and the Muncher. And you're using the emphatic forms here, okay? And then you can put two aids, like the A for him and the E. Now you have a choice here again, like the previous two. You can say, and this here will be pronounced shid. Shid the Muncher aid. Shid the Muncher aid. They are the teachers. Compare that with it's Muncher aid. They are teachers, not the teachers. That's what distinguishes a definite there from an indefinite, okay? Which is just classifying yourself as a member of a group. We will focus on this in more detail, but there's your wee list there. So notice how it's not just 4 I ams. There's 4 you ares. There's 4 he ises. there's 4 she is's, there's 4 we are's, there's 4 yous are, and there's 4 they are, okay? They are, okay? So just be mindful of that, and to get you going, if there's too much on those lists, right, but I will put, I'll get things out for you. What I would recommend is that at least you learn, say, the first 2, no, at least for yourself, first of all, think about, I am doing something now. I am doing something every day. I am, and then classify yourself as a teacher or a learner or whatever you want to do. And then you want to say then, I am the, identify yourself and use those 4. But then those lists should be learnt off, and I'll put them out in a little format that'll help you learn it. But hopefully that's some guidance there, that whenever you say I am, you are, he is in English, you must ask yourself, first of all, is it state in action? And if it is it one of these 2? Is it regular, or is it right now, or soon, or right, or generally at this point in time in my life, okay? Or is it these 2 over here? Are you classifying as a member of a group, or are you identifying a specific person, okay? So that should get you going, the 4 I ams. Calculator, Gramagus.